With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Ready up! On the ball! Ready!
They'll start here with Jackson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Second down, another carry for Jackson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Levis on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Chap 60! Take off!
Here we go. Fourth down, Levis. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Hustle!
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
Ready! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Ready?
Jackson now. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. Touchdown, Eagles. Andre Johnson from 19 yards away. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on fourth down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on fourth down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all of those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through, No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Mustang 19. Go.
Third and short, it's Levis. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Extra point attempt to come here. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. So the pick-6, and now Levis right back to the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Seven Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther Street, Panther Street. Come 19, come 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Got a man, it's Randy Moss, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Cougar 19.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Chap 60, chap 60. 19 Lion. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check smash, check smash.
Now Levis. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Dragon 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Warrior 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Mustang 19.
4th down, Levis. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
18 Cardinals.
Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
18 Pioneer. 79 Bronco. Panther 11, Panther 11. Hey, check that, street. Pace, 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 pace.
Levis looking to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports.
With the score, Eagles 13, Jaguars.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Come on, set! 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates! Hey, smash Bronco! Come 19, go!
Here's Levis. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
19 tight. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Chap 60, chap 60. Ready?
Levis throwing for it on 4th. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
First and 10 at the 45.
Track him 60. Ready?
Levis sets up to throw here. This one left side caught by Collins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
18 rattling.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Warrior 70.
Levis. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Levis back to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now a 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Complete here to Jordan Reed. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. A check down here for Henry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Get up! 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
And Jackson throwing once more. He's got his man sharp, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's Jackson to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
The score, Eagles 20, Jaguars nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come 19, come 19. 19 type, 19 to Buffalo 18.
Levis from the gun. He'll dump this to Bo. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Got it, ready?
2nd down and a yard.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd
60
and
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Levis to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
19 Lion. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go!
Levis to throw once more. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready?
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down.
Dragon 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Warrior 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Broncos. Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
Go!
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Curve 19. Curve 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Take over.
They'll set up to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
19 Lions.
Here we go, 4th down, Levis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Jackson will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Eagles 20, Jaguars 7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
Play action. It's Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Jackson now. This will go to Henry out wide. A solid stiff arm. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Throwing is Jackson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Dragon 60. Go.
Jackson on first down. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18.
Go.
Inside handoff, Henry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He dumps it off for Henry. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Roll. Viking 18. 19 tight. Ready.
Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Henry will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Let's
The
go
call
now.
from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Dragon 60. 18 Rattler. Warrior 70. 70 Ranger. Ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Here we go.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
18 Rattler. Let go.
They go play action with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. He'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry.
Again, Jackson. A short little throw taken in by Reed. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Touchdown! Andre Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams? In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
Well, there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes.
Let's go.
Who can blame them?
70 Timberwolves. Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, Most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A try here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
The score, Eagles 42, Jaguars 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
18, Pioneer. 79, Bronco. Hut, hut.
First and 10. Here's Levis. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come 19, come 19. Check, 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 check. Check, go.
Here's Levis. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
19 tight.
First down. First and 10 at the 39.
In motion goes the tight end.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
On first down, Levis. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on second and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Chop 60, chop 60. Hut.
And Levis going back to the air. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
Levis on third down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's caught by Jackson. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. A first down carry for Henry. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready?
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. A check down here for Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 56, Jaguars 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
1st and 10, it's Levis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
18, Pioneer. Ready, right?
Levis steps away. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott picks it. Off to the races. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit,
On the ready.
you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
At the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
Go.
On second down, Jackson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Ready?
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for two.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check go.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more.
Eagles 64, Jaguars 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
One final try here for Will Levis. That's going to be caught by Moss. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it from here.